So this is my attempted route of the 214 Lake District fells, the Wainwright fells. So you can see the start and the finish at Keswick. And we can zoom in and zoom through the route. Okay, just put the fell names on. So we start up Latrig, then there's High Rig, and past Bleeby Fell and High Seat. Eventually you get down into Borrowdale there, out and back to Castle Crag, and from the top of Borrowdale all the way towards Great End, but we don't get there. So we go to Great Gable and Green Gable, out and back to Kirkfell, and then along the ridge past High Crag and High Stile towards the Loweswater Fells. Two little ones on the Mosser Fells, and back into the Loweswater Fells. Three more before we drop into Ennerdale. And there's three outliers before a long ridge run towards Haycock, Steeple and Pillar. Over to Yew Barrow, and then back towards Seatalon. Our final descent into Wasdale, and along the Screes up towards Scorfell and Scorfell Pike. Big tops here, and then it's down and up into Rossett Pike, along to Pike of Blisco, and then back towards Hardknott and Hardknott Pass. Out to Green Crag, then down into the Darden and into the Coniston Fells. And then it's a drop to some lower fells here, Home Fell, Black Fell, and then Lingmore coming up. And then it's into the Ulscus, the highest one of this section, and then these are the Langdale Pikes we've just gone past, and then there's a ridge run down to Silverhowe and Loughrig into Rydal, and back up into all the fells around Fairfield. A lot of out and backs here, trying to keep the height. Eventually get to Red Screes, and then down into Kirkston Pass, and then back up onto the fells around High Street and Thornthwaite Crag. Again, lots of out and backs here. Well, eventually we drop down into Troutbeck, and then over into Kentmere, and then there's a long section here over towards Haweswater. So eventually you get past these to High Street, a long ridge run all the way to the end, and eventually you get to Hallinfell above Ullswater. Back towards Patterdale, picking up some of these smaller hills, and then ridge up to St Sunday's Crag, and then towards Helvellyn, all the way back down into Glenridding, and then back up to finish off the rest of the Dodds. The final one on this section is Clough Head, there before you head down to get these three outliers: Gow Barrow, Little Melfell and Great Melfell. Then there's a section on the northern fells, Glencathra coming up down to the road at the end of Mosedale, and pick up Carrot Fell, High Pike, Knott, a few others here including Great Cockup. Then climb up towards Skidder, out and back to Longscale Fell, and down after a few more to Dodd. There's a long road section to Binsey. Then the final big section of hills, starting with Sale Fell, past Winlatter Fell and Winlatter Pass. Big climb up to Grisdale Pike, and then back down to Vanadale Knots. Then complete all this section on the Coaldale Fells and Grassmore, all the way out to Barrow and back towards Newlands Hawes. And the final section past Robinson, Dale Head, Long Ridge Run. Final top is Cat Bells before finish at Keswick.